Saffron flags dot every streets and corners of Manipur, says Ann Loken. MPDF questions exclusion of Manipur from AFSPA committee. And Manipur logs 14 fresh coronavirus infections, 0 deaths. Hello and welcome to Pony Television, giving you the latest English bulletin at 7 p.m. I'm Loving Rimai. Now let's get to the news in detail. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC on Wednesday welcomed new members during a function at Congress Bhawan in Imphal. Intending candidate from 17 Sekmai constituency and social activist Popilal Ningthojam, former General Secretary of BJP Kakching Mandal and Ashok Singh, Youth Secretary of BJP Kakching Mandal M. Ramesh Singh, former Vice Chairman Ketrimayum Jalajit, members of Ward Number 11 Y. Lokandro and Ketrimayum Amipal Singh, and member of Ward Number 8 Ketrimayum Basanta Singh joined the Congress at the event. Addressing the function, MPCC President Ann Loken Singh said the BJP has been extant for only 13 years since the independence of India. And everyone knows that the Congress has played a huge role in making a strong India. He added, on the other hand, it has been 4 years and 9 months that BJP has been in power in Manipur, and now saffron flags have dotted every street and corners of Manipur, but this will come to an end after the Model Code of Conduct comes into force.
BJP Som the Semai Rom the Hagalakamatam the Joe, Sidai the Maxi Minister will visit Kendra Power Line. Sigumba Jagadi to BJP, after the BJP, I could be popping up, Kanba Malam Ganel, I could Tarik Mangada, Home Grenade, Hidentra. Aduna Tarik Tariat and Natragan Nipan, the election report of Kandakla and never. One of Kandakla Pamatam, the thing I see median in the third but symbol. I'm not the third Payaro. Aduna BJP is a Lainung the Sang Baduna, I quite public Ubo, Panga Arroy. Opposition Haitare, Magi Raipenda Labor Party, Janata Party, Raipenda Labor. Go Mendi Karmasari, Kudim Makpavata, Makogi Party, the Sokotragadina, the transport posting Adodati, Kihelipa Mayam, Tapto Lipa Mayam. Second person of democracy, the Bupraja, the Kihela vote over Yamapoto.
Manipur People's Democratic Front MPDF has questioned the exclusion of Manipur from the recently set up high-level committee on repeal of AFSPA. In the aftermath of the Nagaland killing incident, a high-level committee on repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act AFSPA 1958 from Nagaland was formed following a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah on December 23 in New Delhi. Nagaland Chief Minister Nifi Rio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton, former Nagaland Chief Minister D.R. Zeliang, and Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma were present in the meeting, but Manipur Chief Minister was not. MPDF President Sapam Samungo told journalists at Manipur Press Club in Imphal on Wednesday. He questioned as to why Manipur Chief Minister was not invited to the crucial meeting and added that Manipur has also been facing serious AFSPA issue. The act shows that the center is ignoring Manipur, Samungo said. He demanded that draconian law like AFSPA should be completely removed from the entire Northeast.
Nagaland Armed Forces Special Power Act 1950 Lokthok Nanava, Moyuji Kana, examine Tori, Hariba Sida, Manipurgi, the Gisu, Manipurgi Armed Forces Special Power Act, Lairiba, Manipurgi Assembly, segment, yangai ga humdoi dagisu lokthok nanaba hariba mifam sina aikogi yang kupna khanabi garabani aluga loinana north east gi loinana aikogi armed forces special power act 1958 ase India ri whole India moina sala leriba ek ase fully repeal tawgadamni haiba appeal se Manipur people Devong Sanna aikogi Bharat Sarkar da appeal tawjari.
Manipur registered 14 fresh coronavirus infections and 0 deaths in the past 24 hours as per the Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room. The positivity rate was recorded at 1.1%. The COVID tally now has reached 125,761, while the death toll stood at 2,002. The state COVID-19 Command Control Room in a release also said the new cases were detected from 1,291 samples tested in the past 24 hours. 2 persons were recuperated from the virus in the same hours, it added. A hand grenade was found planted yesterday at the residential gate of Mohammad Nasir Ali, Pradhan of Sangay Yumpham Myron Kun Part 1 at around 5:40 p.m. The grenade was retrieved by a team of Taubal police at around 8 p.m. and disposed on Wednesday at around 10:50 a.m. The motive behind the grenade threat is still unclear, according to the report. Director of Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME Director D.H. Tangkolun Baite, in collaboration of Weaving Tailoring Cum Production Center, Chothe, inaugurated a weaving and tailoring center at Lamlang Humpi, Chothe in Churachandpur district on Wednesday. The fund for this center was sponsored by CDC RMS Churachandpur District Community Resources Management Society, NEC, and Ministry of Donor, Due Northeast Region, alongside a 3-month-long organizing skill development upgradation training program of capacity building for Women Unity SHG Federation FPO kickstarted. Chothe Village Chief Thao Jatra Chothe and NER-COR MP officials were on the dais. Speaking at the function, T.H. Tangkolun Baite said though Manipur is expert in handicraft production, it is still unable to compete with others in the market as there is no learning institution. In order to bring changes, training participation is needed to increase the number of training centers. People from neighboring villages and SHG members also attended the function.
Beng dadi sakta yengaroi document da yengakane aduna documentation da khoi kari chingmi singsi yam walle khoi gi darkas phau khoi fill up tawba haite hairadi haiman ba thoi taseng ban khoi documentation da yam sole khoi gi weak area ne masi semgar si masi phagaran si adagi adu matung du da khoi beng da paisa loan karamai logani bank officer da kamai na wari sanani haibana chingbasu khoi noma takpirage ko adagi management haiba musu yam chawi manpower management adagi government scheme kari lei bank da su khoi khangda be wani nupi singi da mak scheme kai anu ma lei bane sarkar scheme khakta na nataba akhoi gi ason ba area si khoi information kaya phangde Moroi na khunggang da leiba kangbu se chingmi su tammi su khoi information matam cha na phangda gi khoi opportunity kaya no ma mangal even phangaga su khoi tan da su haite sisu maram amani khoi na son da obasi.
In view of the coming State Assembly election 2022, the District Administration of Tamenglong District held a meeting-cum-training program at the Tamenglong DC Conference Hall. National and state political parties, bank officials, media persons, and printing press representatives attended the program. During the meeting, the Election Department briefed on the new rules issued by the Election Commission of India, where 80 years and above and PWD's voters will get the opportunities to cast their vote through postal ballot during the coming election. Considering the price hike during the election season, fixation of price according to the government rate was also discussed minutely with the Election Expenditure Department. For ensuring smooth and peaceful election, Model Code of Conduct status was also elaborated by the Deputy Commissioner of Tamenglong, Hungyo Warshang. On the Political Advertisement and Paid News, Media Certification and Monitoring Committee (MCMC) Nodal Officer of Tamenglong District, Anthony Gangmei, made a brief presentation to the political parties present in the meeting. Hand-on training of EVM VVPATs for the representatives of political parties and media persons was also conducted. 9 Hilwan Valley by Haubam Pawan Kumar, produced both in Manipuri and Tangkhul languages, has been selected for screening in the upcoming 27th International Film Festival to be held in Kolkata. The 27th International Film Festival will be held from January 7 to 18. The duration of 9 Hilwan Valley film is only 75 minutes. The film is produced by Warapam Janshirani and directed by Haubam Pawan Kumar. Loktak Lairembi, another noted film by Haubam Pawan Kumar, got an award at 22nd Kolkata International Film Festival 2016. Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Ningol singi punsida khwaidagi maruoiba numit asibu hena magol hapnabagidamagta laizare bridal makeup and portrait collection by Dojo Chongtham. Phone number 9366 214 258.
Welcome back after the break. MLA and Deputy Chairman of State Planning Board Lorembam Rameshwar Mite launched Chief Minister's Health for All at Kiamgai Khagi, Kiamgai Muslim, Urup Salanfam, Kairao Wangkem, Waitho Chiru and Chanam Sandrog on Wednesday. The Noble scheme mainly focuses on early identification and diagnosis of diseases through checkup at the people's doorsteps, treatment and follow-ups. Healthcare workers will visit door to door and check up the health condition of the people using a device if they suffer from diabetes, BP, heart diseases, etc. Individuals diagnosed with any disease are also given free medicines. Healthcare workers during the launch function checked the health condition of MLA Rameshwar. The Omicron variant of the coronavirus is blazing around the world with such speed that even the leader of Israel, one of the most highly vaccinated countries, warned Tuesday that it cannot be stopped. The virus is moving too fast to catch. That daunting notion, backed by data from nations where Omicron is spreading rapidly only a month after it was first detected, is tempered by early evidence that the variant causes milder symptoms, with vaccinations and boosters helping prevent serious illness and death. Experts worldwide have expressed concern that the sheer number of people likely infected could create a flood of patients, overwhelming already stressed healthcare systems. But the concern is running up against those who argue that it is time to accept that the virus is endemic and that countries should move away from lockdowns and toward more relaxed rules, including shorter quarantines. The editorial of the latest edition of NSCN-IM's mouthpiece Naglim Voice said that it is time for the AFSPA 1958 to go. The editorial of Nagalim Voice said it is high time the government of India repeal the Armed Forces Special Powers Act and exercise the political wisdom of giving due importance to humanity in order to heal the wounds of the Nagas in the hands of the Indian Armed Forces. It further stated that it is time the government of India listens to the voice of the people and thereby take forward to process building a new chapter of relationship between the government of India and Naga people. According to the Nagalim Voice, for too long the Northeast people, particularly the Nagas, have allowed themselves to be tormented, harassed and slaughtered by the Indian security forces. It further alleged that for too long the government of India uses its armed forces to treat the Nagas as if they are less than human and undeserving of respect and dignity. It added, for too long the Indian armed forces have shown themselves bereft of human conscience. It then said that for too long the ghost of Jawaharlal Nehru, the then Prime Minister of India and the brain behind the AFSPA, has haunted the Nagas of the cost of the Nagas' pride and dignity. For too long, the AFSPA has been misused by the Indian security forces against the legitimate Naga political movement. It further alleged that for too long the human rights of the Naga people as a nation has been subdued. According to the editorial of the NSC and IM's mouthpiece, the Nagas have had enough of all these inhuman treatment and outrageous violence. A 3-day sports event on the theme Change for Tomorrow's People kick-started on Tuesday at Longmai Part 1 of Nonay District, organized by Longmai 1 Division and Evangelism. The opening function was attended by Longmai Part 1 Baptist Church pastor and church and village leaders. Volleyball, football, marathon and other events will be witnessed at the Mission Sports. Before we wrap up with today's bulletin, the top news headlines once again. Saffron flags dot every streets and corners of Manipur, says Anne Locken. MPDF questions exclusion of Manipur from AFSPA committee. And Manipur logs 14 fresh coronavirus infections, 0 deaths. That is the end of our English bulletin at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching.